Hello and welcome to another CKL Africa Limited crop production presentation. My name is Francis Wario. I'm the agronomist. Today we'll be talking about growing and producing herbs. So what are herbs? Herbs are plants and different types of crops that are used to make spices, which are used in garnishing food to enhance taste, and also they have several different types of nutritional advantages. Herbs and spices are used across the world. Most of the crop that is grown in Kenya is for the export market to places like Europe, Russia, and even China and the Middle East. But even there is a growing local market for herbs and spices as people develop different ways of cooking. There are different types of herbs that are grown in Kenya. These include basil, chives, sage, thyme, mint, lemongrass, flat parsley, and moscal parsley, and rosemary, among many others. Some of those are familiar to you, and some may be new to you today. Herbs are easier to grow than you may think. You can grow them in a greenhouse because if you do that, you maximize on your production. This is because it's easier to control or to manage your pests and diseases inside the greenhouse. It's also easier to protect your herbs from harsh weather conditions like too much rain or too much heat, so that you can maximize your production. However, it's not a must to do them in greenhouse. You can also grow them outside in your backyard garden for your own home use. Herbs can be grown on different types of soils. They do best in soils that are well drained and soils that are fertile. Herbs are heavy feeders, so they will require a good nutritional feeding program. They will require enough phosphorus during plant establishment, and then they will also require good levels of nitrogen and potassium during shoot growth. So ensure that you give them a proper fertilization program depending on the soil test analysis and the recommendations per se. You can feed them through a drip irrigation system because drip irrigation is the recommended system for irrigation. This is because it supplies the correct amount of water to the plant at the right time. Overhead irrigation is not recommended on herbs. This is because it can increase the incidence of fungal diseases, which will make it difficult to control, especially in a greenhouse setting. It's also recommended to feed the growing herbs with calcium through the application of CAN or other calcium-based foliar fertilizers. This will help to modulate the soil pH as well as giving them calcium, which is necessary for the crop to grow strong, healthy leaves. You can apply Harmony foliar feed, which is very good in supplying natural nitrogenous compounds to the plant during the shoot development. It's an organic product and therefore it helps to restore the natural fertility of the soil, as well as boosting the crop and to withstand disease and pest pressure. You can apply Harmony at the rate of 40 milliliters per 20 liter every time you are doing a spray on your herbs. Remember, you should prepare your soil so that it's fine tilth. We recommend that you plant your herbs in beds of 1 meter wide with a spacing of about 35 centimeters between the rows, and the bed should be about 6-7 centimeters in height. This will maintain good drainage in the soil and also give the roots enough space to grow and establish a strong farm crop. Remember to incorporate farmyard manure into your seed bed during seed bed preparation. So how do you go about planting herbs? You should start with planting seeds in a nursery and then transplant them later to your prepared seed bed. You can do a simple nursery where you get the seeds and plant them as you would do any other nursery. Plant them shallowly, don't plant them deep so that they can germinate well. And we recommend that you use Afrikelp in the nursery. This will help the seeds to germinate well and establish a good, strong root system. On a more commercial level, we can also use seeding trays using cocoa peat as the medium. This will ensure that you get a maximum germination from all your seeds. Ensure that the cocoa peat is well treated before you plant your seeds in those trays. Wash them thoroughly 3 or 4 times in a lot of water and add calcium salts. This helps to reduce acid which may have built up. Apply 1 or 2 seeds per seeding hole, and then put your seeding trays in a cold room for about 72 hours. This helps to break the dormancy in the cold and dark environment. After that, you can remove the seeding trays and place them in a place where you can apply irrigation until they establish. And then from there, you can transfer them to your seeding bed. You can also use direct sowing without planting in the nursery in your small kitchen garden. It's also fine. Just broadcast your seeds along a fine seed bed. Management of pests and diseases is important in herbs. One of the most important pests is thrips. Thrips will cause a lot of damage to your leaves and to your flowers. We recommend that you apply jackpot to control your thrips. You can apply at the rate of 12.5 milliliters per 20 liters of water. You can also apply alphacin at the rate of 5 milliliters per 20 liters of water to control your thrips. Aphids can also cause excessive damage to your leaves and especially to the growing shoots. Control aphids using jackpot and alphacin. A common fungal disease, especially in basil, as well as in thyme and also in chives, is powdery mildew. Powdery mildew is especially serious when the weather is extremely warm, or when the rainfall is less, or when you have not applied enough irrigation. You can control powdery mildew by ensuring that the crop has enough water and has enough nutrition and is strong. You can also apply rhodazine at the rate of 10 milliliters per 20 liters of water. You can also get rust diseases and spots and anthracnose. These are all fungal diseases, and you can control them by using stage at the rate of 10 milliliters per 20 liters of water. Before you apply any pesticide to your herbs, ensure that you have the proper approval from your market. They will recommend the different active ingredients that you can apply to your crop. Make sure you do this so that you can maintain your production contract with your buyer. Other insect pests that you could also encounter include whiteflies and also caterpillars. These can also be quite destructive. Ensure that you keep your field clean from weeds. You can also apply jackpot or alphacin. This will help to control those pests effectively. It's important to manage your whitefly and aphid pests because these are vectors of some very serious viral diseases. And once the viral diseases attack your crop, it's extremely difficult to manage them. You can control some pests using sticky traps. This is quite effective on whiteflies and thrips. When harvesting your basil, you need to ensure that you do not harvest during periods of extremely high temperatures. The best time to harvest your basil is in the early morning or late afternoon. at times when the temperature is between 15 and 20 degrees Celsius. If you harvest during the heat, then the basil is likely to suffer from wilting. For a standard small-scale greenhouse of about 8 by 30 meters, you can easily harvest up to 120 kilograms. And this is good money. An added advantage is that there is no waste, because even the reject material that you may have harvested and not taken to market can be dried and used as compost. It can also be dried and sold to the local market. There are people who will buy and make spices from what is termed as reject. So there is no loss. You can sell your whole crop. A standard greenhouse made of wood, normal timber, would cost something between 200 and 250,000 shillings. If you opt for a standard metallic frame greenhouse, that could be slightly more expensive, about 350,000 shillings. I hope you have gained some good insights into the growing of herbs. Send us pictures, give us a call, and join us on any of our social media platforms and share with us your experiences that you're going through. And we'd be happy to walk the journey with you as you go into your herbs business. All the best and happy farming.
Thanks for watching our videos. We hope you enjoyed them. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more such informative videos.
Thank you.